in the ocean, straight up dredging it. And by it, let's just say, my dark Leviathan creature. Ah, I messed it up. Alright, hey, what's up? Do you mind if I take that again? Alright. In the ocean, straight up dredging it. And by it, let's just say, my Damp Leviathan Creature. There we go. There we go. Damp, dark, I don't know. You let me know, which do you think is funnier? Because, in case you don't know, when I say, damp or dark Leviathan Creature, that's a, I guess it's a play on words or a play on an acronym, where, what's the acronym for Damp Leviathan Creature? DLC. I'm playing the Dredge DLC. Hello, howdy, and welcome on back to Dredge. I will say I'm pretty excited to get on back to playing Dredge. But yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I have like a lot and also a little to talk about, you know? Oh yeah, let's go ahead and drop the mouth of the deep. That's a good idea. Let's see. Crab pot. 100 meters. Alright, cool. Hey, that's a nice number. 100 is a nice number, man. That's about how much money I make a month, so. And keep in mind, that's about. Sometimes it's less. Oh, man. But yeah, it feels pretty good getting on back to Dredge. I don't know if anyone's going to actually tune in for this. I don't know. I've recently experienced a fall-off, I guess, of my content. And is it sad and depressing? Of course it is. But is my entire life sad and depressing? Of course it is. So, you know, not all too much different there. Oh yeah, I should have sold you. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, I don't know, I'll be honest, I just recently watched 2 episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Both pretty good, man. I don't know, I like Larry David a lot, but like, can I be honest with you? Sometimes when you see clips of Larry David or like specifically Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is the show I was watching, it's like I feel like there are people who like fundamentally misunderstand the point of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is that Larry is an asshole, and like the joke of the show is seeing this asshole get his comeuppance, you know. Like, when you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, you see Larry David playing, like, a flanderized version of himself, basically. Ah, come on, I almost had it. But yeah, it's like, basically, like, a more extreme, like, accentuated or exaggerated. That's it. It's an exaggerated version of himself. And, like, he's an asshole. And, like, it's funny when you see him, like, get his comeuppance. And I feel like people, like, don't understand that sometimes. I feel like people will watch Curb Your Enthusiasm and be like, oh, Larry David, he's right about everything. And it's like, no, Larry David in the show Curb Your Enthusiasm is a man who does not understand social convection, or what's the word? Who does not understand, like, being a normal person. You know, he goes against societal convections. I don't know. I forget what the word is, but like against societal norms, you know. Where it's like he'll say the rude thing, he'll be a rude guy, and it's funny to see. But like that's the joke of it. That's the point. Huh. Well. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever, man. You dock against a small platform of ice formed around a gigantic clawed hand. You are not the first to find this place. Remnants of a long abandoned camp litter the ice. An unnatural spire of ice stands above scrapes of snow-covered equipment. A dark shape twists within. An anguished voice cries from deep within the ice. Help me. Frozen so many years. Free me. Please break the ice. Who are you? I am the boatswain, the expedition, the terror. Please break the ice. What happened? The figure contorts through painful shapes. We saw lights dancing in ice, dug deep, didn't know. I heard it, the heart beating under ice, the cracking, waking, the noises in the east. I went, the captain brought him here to find it, the hand in the night, shadow of claws. The darkness shrinks. I turned away, just a moment, the pain, the claws, my back so cold, so dark, under ice. Please, break the ice. Well, can't do that quite yet. Silence it. Silence it. You must. Shatter. Well, please, break the ice. We'll see, man. We'll see. You rummage through a small pile of equipment in the snow. Most items are stuck fast in the ice, but inside a small backpack you find an old journal. Which entry do you want to read? Captain ordered us to make camp on the ice in the center of the lagoon. After we saw those lights in the ice, everyone's got treasure on their minds. Treasure hunting isn't exactly what the expedition was commissioned for, but given the captain gets the lion's share of whatever we find, it doesn't surprise me that he's willing to bend the rules a little bit. We'll start digging after the camp's done. Spent the day digging down in the ice. Shovels and ice picks. Can't remember the last time I was this tired. We were only allowed 2 short breaks a day. Down in the pit, as I rested with my back against the ice, I started hearing something. It was different to the sounds of the picks. They were short and sharp. This was low, a rumble from deeper down. On my first break, it was occasional, only a few each minute. By my second break, it had quickened, like a heartbeat. Ooh. The captain overheard me tell him some of the others about the sound I heard in the pit. Before I knew it, I was in front of his desk. Sure, I was about to have my pay docked. To my great surprise, he seemed to know something of it already. He was keen on hearing it described over and over. He wants me to help locate the source of it. When he pressed me on it further, I said that it didn't seem to be coming from the east. Tomorrow, we send off to see if we can find it. Perhaps I shall get a bonus after this is done. Interesting. Yeah, wow, my live streams have really fallen off. They were like doing really well, and then I played Red Dead Redemption. Honestly, partly because I wanted to play it a little bit, but also at the behest of like, to be honest, some annoying asshole who was in my comments being like, I want to see you play Red Dead Redemption. Oh, can you go back to playing Red Dead Redemption? Oh, this channel was so much better when you were playing Red Dead Redemption. Oh man, I saw you playing Red Dead Redemption and that's what made me subscribe. But now that you're not playing Red Dead Redemption, I just don't know what to do. And it's like, fuck you, man. It's unbelievable to me. As like, I ruined my good streak of live streaming just to play Red Dead Redemption, and it's like, that fucking prick didn't even show up. Oh well. Although it did lead me to go, I kind of want to play Red Dead Redemption 2 again, because I do love Red Dead Redemption 2. It is one of my favorite games. Okay, a little bit of lumber. Don't know if it's necessary and or needed. Let's catch this guy. Narwhal. Dude, hearing like the thump of the heartbeat is so cool, man. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's like the most basic reference ever, but it's probably a reference to like the Telltale Heart. Which like, I think that's honestly so cool. Like, what a interesting like representation of like guilt, of like this low thumping heartbeat that you can never escape from, where you just hear over and over again this constant, ever-present beating, this thumping. Like, I don't know, man, maybe it's just me, but I find it to be pretty cool and like poetic in a way. Where it's like, I don't know, that I think that is an interesting thing where it's like, I don't know, that sort of fascinates me, that there are probably people out there who like don't feel guilt, and like, again, it's baffling to me. Like, I could not imagine like being a person and like not feeling guilt, because like I won't say that's like a driving or motivating factor for me, but like it is like an important part of life, of feeling guilt, of feeling regret, you know. Because like if you don't ever regret, then it's like you'll never acknowledge what you've done wrong. You'll never be able to like grow and change and be better from the things that you've done, which is like, you know, ideally you want to not done anything wrong in the first place, but if at the very least you can like try to make up for it, or at least feel something about it, that would be kind of nice, right? But yeah, anyway, you mind if I get into a little bit of discourse? I always enjoy a bit of discourse, you know? And like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like how specifically I want to phrase this, you know? Because like, I think, yeah, here's the way I want to phrase it. I wish there were like better and more efficient ways to like be mean towards men, you know? Because like, maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's like it's way easier to be like mean or derogatory towards women, especially within the English language, and probably within many other languages too. Ooh, odd ice fish. That's interesting. Damn it. Oh, God, that feels terrible. But yeah, do you know what I mean? Or do you know what I'm talking about with that? Where it's like, I don't know. I was thinking about this, where like somebody brought up that like the B word is like a slur against women, and it's like I think most people would agree that it's like a derogatory term. It like slur might be going a step too far. Where it's like, yeah, of course it's a mean and pejorative word, but like slur feels a little extreme. Like it's a very common word, and typically when it's used, it's not used or meant in the same way as slur is, right? You know? Feel free to disagree with me on it if you want. But like I think the only like male equivalent is like bastard or prick or dick. And it's like I feel like there should be more, right? Cuz it's like I feel like I don't know, maybe it's more telling that you can just say men, and that means just about the same, right? Whereas, like, obviously, I don't think people should be, like, sexist and or misandrist against men. Like, I think that's a little unfair. But it's like, I think there are a lot of men out there who are just frankly terrible. Just like awful, no good people that really have nothing good to say and nothing relevant to add to any conversation. And it's like, it's not because they're men, but it's because they're bad people, you know, irregardless of their gender identity. But yeah, but it's like, meanwhile, there's like so many different ways to refer to a vagina. And actually, it was kind of interesting. I was watching a video where they were talking about Interview with a Vampire. If you know that show, if you don't know, it's the one with like the gay vampires, where it's like they're like very they're like very queer, very mean, very like even I guess the term would be like C-wordy to each other, which is like quite fun to see and to say. But like the kind of more interesting aspect about it, at least to me, is like oh, here we go. That's where I put the fish. Alright. Oh, I got a couple of sea stars, but I should probably get a little bit more. Alright, little guy. I'll get out of your territory. No need to be so upsetty. It's alright. It's okay, buddy. Let's go this way. Ah, deal. Okay. But yeah, no, I think it was kind of interesting because like I was watching a video kind of talking about that and like talking about like the queer themes that are present within Interview of a Vampire or Interview with a Vampire. And like the fact that like I think Louis or Luis, I'm pretty sure it's Louis though, where he's like talking about how like because he can't be openly queer, he has to sort of pretend to be into women, and that's like equated with him like enjoying fish or eating a cat. And like, I know, I think it's very interesting because it's like obviously you can see kind of like the parallels there, where it's like, you know, the vagina sometimes is described as being fishy or fish smelling like if it smelling like a fish esque. I don't know, fish esque, let's say. And then also like slang term uh for vagina is pussy, which comes from the cat, right? Right? I don't think we. Yeah. Am I incorrect in my belief that like the term pussycat when referring to a cat is like because like it isn't like the scientific name for a cat like Pusillanimous or something like that? Here, let's see. Am I correct or am I just talking out of my ass? Scientific name for cat. No, apparently it's Felis catus. That is the scientific name of a cat. Okay, my bad. But yeah, but it's like I think the word pussy derives from the word pusillanimous or whatever. I don't know how to say it. Nobody knows that word. But it's like a little gotcha that people throw out sometimes when they're talking about how it's not that offensive, or it shouldn't be that offensive using the word pussy. Because, oh, actually, it derives from this word that means coward. And it's like, it does and it doesn't, right? Like, I think probably that word being used to describe a coward probably originated, but then it quickly came to be associated with cats and also then with the vagina. So it's like I don't know, I think it's just an interesting thing, but like I think saying that isn't necessarily offensive, right? But who knows, maybe some people would consider it to be offensive. But yeah, I don't know, I was just thinking about that in terms of like it's kind of interesting how like what is or is not deemed as damn. Yeah, I can't have both of these guys here. Yeah, I don't think I can have these guys at all because they don't really fit. Well, let's put this guy in here. Nice. But yeah, I don't know, anyway, I think kind of going back to it, or at least kind of like talking about my idea where it's like it's like I don't know, particularly like men insulting women usually isn't good or fair a lot of the time, but I'm not gonna go on record or nothing and say it's never like warranted or justified 0% of the time, right? Where it's like, I don't know, I think I did already kind of talk about this at one point, where it's like, I don't know, I find like the idea of like a conservative woman, honestly I find the idea of conservatives to be really interesting, because it's like, these are people that have their beliefs, they're a lot more than just whatever their political identity or their, you know, philosophical ideology is. But yet, like, nonetheless, they are a group of people, particularly in America, who are working at all times against their own best self-interests, you know? Where it's like, a lot of religious people or conservatives will vote for someone they do not like. Like, they will not like this person, but they will vote for them just purely because, oh, well, this person is anti-abortion, and that's more important than anything else, which is kind of crazy to me. It's kind of insane to me that it's like, sorry, so you'll like vote in a literal criminal, like a person who has like caused literal harm to hundreds, if not thousands, if not, you know, millions of people. You'll vote them in because, oh, the other person might be a little bit too lenient with letting women get access to healthcare. It's kind of insane to me, but it's like, it's something that is real. It's something that's real and that like people genuinely believe in. And so it's like, for me anyway, I think Northern Lion, actually, if you just want to watch like the guy I'm ripping off of, like, just go watch Northern Lion. But like, he has a really great bit, or not a great bit, but like a pretty funny bit, where he's like, I'm not homophobic at all, except maybe a little bit for like gay Republicans. And like, that's pretty funny. And it's like, me, I'm not sexist, but maybe a little bit for like conservative women. Because, like, I don't know if you remember that, like, Jubilee video that came out, where it's, like, a bunch of people just being, like, bigoted and racist towards, I don't know the guy's name, but this, like, you know, political figure. And, like, there's, like, it's just, like, these, like, white little man babies yelling at this guy, being like, yeah, you're not a real American, blah, 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 blah. It's like, buddy, you're at best descended from immigrants who got kicked out of Europe because they had wrong religious beliefs. Like, that's the best case scenario for you, buddy boy, you poor broke little bitch. And like, it's fascinating to me that like like amongst this, it's this guy like literally out and about going like, yes, I am a fascist, and that's my belief, and that's my political identity. And then it's like all these people like clapping, and then there's it like cuts to like different people, and then there's like a woman, and I'm like, what's a woman doing there? Did she get permission from her father and or husband to be here? I don't think she's supposed to talk if a man didn't approve of it. Where it's like, again, I'm not being serious, I'm joking around here, but it's like, I don't know, man. If a conservative woman wants to go out and give conservative talking points, before she does, she needs to have a written and signed permission slip from a male authority figure in order to allow her to do that. Because, like, shouldn't you be, like, making babies and or, like, making food? Isn't that the role of women, apparently? Isn't that what you want to uphold? Like, I think conservative women are meant to be seen, not heard, right? Oh, man. But yeah, no, I do think it is this, like, interesting dichotomy of, like, I think also it's like people do lean into that a little bit too much, I think, you know? Where it's like, it was like a common critique and criticism of like leftist men or whatever, where it's like, oh, guys are doing sexism, but before they do sexism, they just say white women. And it's like, come on, guys. Race is fake. It's not real. It's a social construct. You should be saying conservative women. Then more people are going to get on your side because, A, conservative women will love you because they're sexist and they think women shouldn't have the same rights or roles as men do. And then, liberal and progressive and leftist women will love you because, they don't like conservative women. Conservative men will love you because they don't like women. And then leftist men will love you because they don't like conservatives. It's a win-win for everybody. Look, listen, we can all be sexist towards conservative women. Come on, let's unite on this. Let's reach across the political aisle, shake hands, and slap conservative women who backtalk. With one hand we can shake hands, and on the other hand we can shoo women away. Oh, man. You walked into me doing a advanced bit, which honestly... You're also doing a Vance bit, so I don't know. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm kind of pointing out the fact that it's like I know conservatives are a weird bunch because they are very much like a group of people that are against their own self-interests, and it's like, to me, the weirdest one is like a conservative woman. Because especially like a talking like, oh no, I do not want to, I don't want to hit anyone, frankly. I think some people might deserve to be hit, but who am I to say who deserves to be hit or not? Like, no. My bit is that, like, shouldn't we all be pro being sexist towards conservative women for like different reasons? It's like leftist men and women will be into it because we don't like conservatives. Conservative men and women would be into it because they don't like women. So it's like it all culminates together where it's like this is the thing that will heal America. This is what unites us all. But, I'm joking around. I'm not actually being serious when I say that. Yeah, see? That I think that's also very fair. Oh, this is going to be tough. There we go. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if conservative women really frighten me. I think they more so worry me, because it's like, it's like, I don't know. For me, it's like, I don't know. I was also talking about this with my stepdad at dinner tonight, where I was talking about how, like, when you become a parent, you lose your identity, you lose your sense of self. And, like, conservative women seem like a group of people that just don't want to have their own personal identity. What they want is to have, like, the imagined identity. They want to fit into the stereotype that they are supposed to, Where it's like, they don't want to actually be autonomous. They don't want to... Yep. Ouch. They don't want to, like, truly be themselves. They want to be what they are, like, quote unquote supposed to be. And it's like, for me at least, I think it's a fascinating kind of idea, because with, like, secularism becoming more and more popular, I think people are grasping for this idea of, like, oh, I need a purpose in life. I need to feel like I can have, like, a purpose, and I don't have to, like, question what I want to do with my life or how I should be, because it is a scary thought, where it's like, I was kind of relating this to parents, where it's like, it's like a celebratory thing when it's like, oh, finally my kid is going to school, I have some free time. But then it's like, when you have that free time, do you even remember who you were? Like, do you remember what you truly want? Like, outside of, like, your role in either society or in your personal life, in, like, a family. Like, irregardless of whether you're a man or a woman, when you become a parent, that is your second job. And that's, like, a 24/7 hour job. And it's a fucking hard job that is thankless, you know? So, it's like, when you remove yourself from that identity, can you really remember who you were before that? I don't know. I think it's a little tough to say. I think it's not quite so simply an easy question where it's like, oh yeah, it's because it's like, I think a lot of things are tied into and wrapped up in identity, but like, what even is identity? You know, is identity what you believe yourself to be, or is it how other people perceive you? Is it a combination of both? How much is relevant versus not so? Because it's like, obviously, I'm much more of the belief that if somebody says something about themselves, like, I'm not going to disagree with them, you know, a lot of the time. But like, let's say you think you're a very good and virtuous person, but then, you know, most people perceive you as actually being quite cruel and mean. Are you truly virtuous and good because you think of yourself that way? Or are you actually, like, mean and cruel because that's how other people perceive you, and that's the way you act towards other people? That's everything. Let me just warm my hands up a little, then I'll get started. I've become the icebreaker. I'm really gonna piss off Kim Kitsuragi with this one, which is gonna break my heart. I love that man. I don't want to hurt his feelings, or make him think less of me. He already thinks terribly of me. Alright, that should do it. The front of your ship can now break through chunks of ice. Go ahead and test it out. I'll be watching from here. Fair enough. Let's see. Going back to resting. Alright. Oh, I forgot to mention. Just let me know if you want to temporarily remove the icebreaker. I can swap it out at any of my pontoons. Okay. Does it take up space? No, it doesn't. Well, what? Yeah, why would I want to remove it? Just for style? I guess that's fair enough. But yeah, anyway, I think kind of going all the way back to my original point is that it's like, I don't know, man. It feels so weird that, like, society is, like, built around persecution. Whereas, like, you need to find the enemy. You need to find the person that's wrong. And it's like, you know, all aisles of the political realm do this, you know? Whether you're a leftist individual, whether you're right-wing, whether you're centrist. It's always like, this other group is bad and they need to be removed from power. And it's like, I obviously don't think that's always the right thing, right? I think if anything, you should more so have a problem with the idea of power in of itself. This, like, fascination that people have with, like, with gaining and garnering power, you know? That's why, like, sort of the family unit exists. Where I was talking about it, where it's like, why have, like, I don't know, maybe this is not the case. Obviously it's not the case for every family, but, like, it seems like over time, like, you know, men and women have both become more involved with the family, and, like, well, maybe women less so, because it's like, you go back in the past, it was just the women who raised the kids, and then the man would go out and work, you know? Where it's like, nowadays it seems to be much more of an even split. And like, is part of it because just society has been changing, social norms have been changing, have been like slowly progressing? Or is it even like to do with the way people were raised? Whereas like people grew up with these like terrible fathers that didn't give a shit and just went to work, were miserable while they were working, came home, were miserable while they were home, and just like never had this like true sense of happiness. Maybe the only time they had it was when they were drinking. And so it's like, I think people reject that in a way, where it's like they want to find happiness. They want to be better parents, not just to sort of make up for them, for like their own childhood, but also because it gives them a purpose. It gives them a reason for living, you know? Because like, for me, it's like, I oftentimes think my reason for living is like being smart and being funny. It's like, I want to be smart, I want to be knowledgeable, but I also want to make people laugh. Like, there's nothing better than, like, making someone laugh and, like, seeing, like, literal joy on a person's face. Like, it, you know, that might be corny or whatever, but that's, like, true happiness, man. That's, like, going out of your way to do something for someone else, making them happy, and that makes you happy, or at least it should. And, like, obviously it shouldn't come at an expense to yourself, to your own happiness. Like, you should care about your own happiness. It's important, but you also need to acknowledge that there are people outside of yourself. And that's the interesting thing with parents, is that you make all these sacrifices, you do all these things, you work a miserable job that you don't like, you know, take your kid out to things, your kid is like, you know, not always, but sometimes annoying and ungrateful and not being like a good kid, and you do it anyway because you want them to be happy. You want them to grow up good, you know? It's like, again, it's like my perspective on this is a little bit fueled by Northern Lion, where like he talked about how like even though his kid might not remember like these younger years, these more formative years, like, he still wants her to be happy because it's like, it provides a basis for everything else. And that's something I kind of think about a lot, is like, how much of your life is determined by like stuff you don't even remember, you know? Because me, I'm not a very, let's just say I don't have the best memory, you know? I'm not the most memorable person, but I'm also not the best at remembering. And, like, how much stuff is in you that determines how you are and the way that you act that you, like, you literally can't even remember. It's like instinct in a way. It's this, like, underneath layered thing that you don't even necessarily realize, like, oh, hey, I think the reason why I seek out approval from others is because I never got that from my parents when I was a child. Or, like, maybe it's like when I was funny, that's, like, the only time I felt like people liked me. And I felt like people enjoyed me, was when I was being funny. Or when I was being smart, or I had something cool to say, you know? Because, like, I don't know, I was thinking about this, and it's like, I have, like, formative memories with, like, say, my older stepbrother, who, I remember one time, it was late at night, we were just, like, talking, we were, like, on vacation, staying at some place, and it was, like, just me and him talking, and, like, he looked at me, and he told me, he's like, hey, man, you're really smart, like, you're one of, like, the smartest guys I know, and, like, that meant the world to me, man. Like, it was such a great thing to hear, you know? And then also, simultaneously, it's like, I remember this was when I was much older, so I was more okay with hearing it, so he didn't tell me this at the time, which I'm grateful for. But, like, I do remember my older stepbrother telling me, like, oh yeah, I used to hate talking to you back when you were younger because I would stutter and I would stammer, and like, honestly, I can understand how it would be really annoying because you might hear my stutter and stammer every now and then, but especially when I was younger, it got to a point where it was really bad, where I would be in the middle of a sentence, I would be in the middle of saying something, and then I would get stuck on a syllable. I would get stuck on a word, where I would just sit in silence, not being able to say anything, because like my brain's trying to work overdrive to say this word, and for whatever reason my mouth just can't say the word. I'm stuck on it. So it's like I would just have these like periods of silence where I wouldn't say anything, and it's like kind of devastating, because it's like that's something I always kind of knew. I always knew it was annoying to talk to me because of the way I would speak, the way, or I guess more specifically, the way I wouldn't speak, or I wouldn't be able to. And like, I don't know, man, there's very formative shit in my childhood that I'm like sure affects me to this day. Like, for example, I don't touch people. Like, it's very rare that I touch anyone for any reason. Like, whenever I've had to go in for, like, a job interview, or I've had to meet someone, and they're like, oh, let's have a handshake. I'm like, oh, no, please don't make me shake your hand. And the reason why is because I have hyperhidrosis, which is a fancy medical way of saying that I have excessively sweaty hands. And I have a distinctive memory. I don't even know who said this to me, but when I was a child growing up, I remember, like, you know, shaking someone's hand or doing something where I like touched them naturally or whatever, like not like anything weird. And then their response to that was to go, ew, gross, why are your hands wet? And like, that is forever ingrained in my brain, where it's like I feel weird and uncomfortable touching people, because also it's like I don't mind, like if I can give a handshake and my hands aren't sweating, I'm like, fuck yes, finally I've recovered. But then it's like, even right now, it's like it is a psychosomatic thing where it's like I talked about how my hands would get sweaty and now they're sweating. Like, it's this weird thing where it's like, if I'm even aware of it, if I'm even present in this idea that it's like, oh man, I'm nervous and I feel it, like, anxiety about it. I feel anxious about my hands being sweaty. It causes my hands to sweat. Like, I don't know, here, I don't know if anyone cares, but if you want me to get real personal, it's like, it reminds me of when I was very briefly in a mental hospital, and like they took my vitals and they were like, hey, your blood pressure is a little high. And it's like, last time I went to my doctor, they were like, hey, you kind of have high blood pressure. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm not going to change my diet, so I'm probably fucked and going to die. But, you know, at least I'll enjoy my time before I go. But like, because they were like, oh, your heart rate is elevated or your blood pressure is high, we got to test you again. And so because of that, I just got more and more anxious about my heart rate being high and my blood pressure being elevated, that it just continued to rise, where they're like, okay, let's check on you in like half an hour. And then like half an hour is like, it's still high. And I'm like, of course it's high. You're fucking freaking me the fuck out. You're telling me that there's something wrong with me. So I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with me. I should freak the fuck out about it. But it's like, I would probably be much better off if you just said nothing to me. If you were like, yep, everything looks good. And then you just wrote down a little note of like, yeah, he's got high blood pressure. Probably do something about that. Rather than just being like, because can you even do anything about high blood pressure? Like, I kind of think that's just something that like you're supposed to deal with on your own, but like you really can't. Like, the only way is to like start eating healthier and like, you know, being like a generally better person, I guess. But it's like, look, man, if I could have done that, I would have done that a long time ago. If I could stop drinking like 2 or 3 sodas a day, don't you think I would have? But I go, hey, you know what? I'll buy a 12-pack of soda. Surely I won't drink this in less than a week. And then less than a week goes by and the fucking soda pack is gone. I'm like, well, it's a good thing I bought 2. Let's crack open the second one. Oh, man. Alright, anyway. Let's go in and play some Dredge, maybe. It's been an hour. I've been looking through schematics we found before, and there are plans here for another device, too. They're for an ice shaper. That's different to your ice breaker, by the way. Really? I thought they were the same. It's for cutting chunks of ice. If you find the missing device, I'll be able to use the machine to harvest ice blocks for refrigeration. The blocks of ice can be packed into your cargo to slow fish spoilage. Pretty handy, right? Okay. Good to know. Well, anyway, now that I got the icebreaker, and I've become the icebreaker. Man, just give me a fucked up sea star. Dude, sick. What kind of fish is this? Oh yeah, it's this guy. 2 fish. Oh. Alright. Right on. Ah. Looks like someone built a feeding station for the monstrous narwhal. Perhaps his appetite would be sated with an offering of fish. Well, let's put this guy in there for now. Are you coming after me, or are you coming after the thing I just put down? What a cutie, man. That guy's adorable. Did they mean to make the narwhal cute? Because like I made like a little video about it that nobody liked. That's not true. People liked it on TikTok. People didn't like it on YouTube. But like the narwhal is such a cute little critter. Where it's like the fact that he's got like claws and hands just makes him like cuter. Where it's like I was talking about how like I'm sure it's meant to be terrifying because it's like unnatural for a narwhal to have claws or hands, but like it's for me at least it adds to his cuteness factor. Where it's like, oh, he's a little guy, he could give me a hug. Also, it's like, for me, in my opinion, I think the way to make the narwhal terrifying is just make it big. Maybe I'm kind of crazy for this take, but I think oftentimes when you make something, like, big, that makes it scary. Like, take the lungfish that disguises itself as a, like, as a ship. Oh, look at that guy! What a cutie! A spire of glassy ice stands in the shadow of the cliffs. Across the water, a monstrous visage peers from an icy tomb. The sound of anger lashes from within. Murderer, betray your men. Left us here, your sleepless god. The voice abates. Wait, your shadow. It speaks. Another shape. Please, save us all. Find the axe. Undo this, the betrayer. Who are you? First officer. Safety of the crew. Failed them. Should have cursed this place. Find the axe. Undo this. Yeah. What happened? The men saw lights. Southern cliffs at night. Captain and I were looking to. We rode alone. He was restless, sleepless. We passed walls of ice, finally arrived the great horn into view. The words drift in, some carried away on the wind. Pulled ashore, quickly, the size of it, the light somehow. He knew, eyes were wild, he was whispering, answering. He said, it chose him, alone. Avert my eyes, could not help, look upon. We fought, cold hands, an iron grip, breathless. What's that thing in the ice over there? The shape in the ice shrinks into itself. I know not. The eyes open, watching. Shadow of shadow. Shadow of shadow. Through the ice, yet more. Closed still. It cannot arise. Break the ice. Cold heart. Alright, man. Yeah, I'll find the axe. I'll undo you. I'll get you out of there, little buddy. Don't you worry. Alright, I love you. Must not fully awaken the eyes. Close them. Strike into the heart. You strike hard against the center of the shard, where the shadowy shape appears darkest. A deep crack chases upwards, cleaving away fragments that fall and shatter. Ah. The structure peels open, split to its core. A glistening stone lies cradled by broken shapes. Broken shapes, wispy threads of starlight trailing from within. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, look at this guy. Grizzly. Ah. Yeah, leave me alone, madness. Go find some other poor soul to torture. I know where I am, I know what I'm doing. I'm no fool. Ooh, char. Yeah, bubbly char. Sorry, I had to fight like every instinct in my body to go, char jockey. Yeah, ooh, yeah, what's two syllables you can say for char? Oh, I'm like all the way back here. I didn't realize how far down I was. Well, I'm gonna go a little mad with panic. I'm fucking panicking. Yeah. Maybe it's just me, man, but there's something like fun about like succumbing to the madness, about becoming manic, you know? Like, is it good? No, obviously not, but you gotta do it. Might as well have a blast with it. Alright, let's go ahead and store that. Store this. And store that. Alright. Let's go continue to be mad. In the ocean, straight up succumbing to madness. And by madness, let's just say... Rose. Oh, fine. Take my sea stars, why don't you, birds? Alright, how about this? Give me like 5 minutes of sleep. And by that I mean 5 hours. No, I'm good. Oh yeah, wait no, I should have went ahead and freed this guy. I know he's like, don't free me please, but I'm gonna free you, buddy. Don't you worry. Officer, unworthy, tried to turn the men. My expedition, my discovery, his failure. Do not risk breaking its senses through the ice, through the shadows. No hope. Oh, come on, buddy. You always gotta have hope. The structure peels open, split to its core. A glistening stone lies cradled by broken shapes. Wispy threads of starlight trailing from it. Getting ping-ponged around by the ice. No, I don't... Oh, I know what this is. I was about to say, I don't know what this is. No, I know. It's the ice shaper. You really found it. How on earth did you actually locate that stuff down here in the deep? Anyway, let me slot this blade in here, and yeah, that seems right. I think it's ready to start cutting. Blocks of ice coming right up. That works pretty well. Here, these are on the house. From now on, I'll be able to stock some of these ice blocks on my pontoons. Thanks, partner. Sure. So, can I store the ice? Ah, durability at 100%. Let's keep one on hand for now. Makes sense, makes sense. For this mouth being up to deep or whatever, it really doesn't... Yeah, there we go. Fallen stars. Well, I know where I'm taking this. Ow. Rude. I don't like those things, man. Can't they see that I'm doing something? I got it. The sea stars are arranged in a circle on the ground. Moments later, a sinewy heel stomps down through each of them. Fall to the deep. The final scroll, this one stained in patches by some dark liquid. The shape of an apparated stargazer appears from the page. Alright. Gotta look out for one of those. An aberrated stargazer. Do you think fish look up at the stars? I don't know. Part of me wants to say no, but it's like, I think it would be cool if they did. I hope they like the stars. What if they're scared of them? Okay. Well, that's handy to know. Now I know where to bring all those things. Well, it's for you, partner. Silence it. You must. Shadow. Alright. One more to go. Well, let's sleep here. under the watchful eye of this little guy. Look at him. What a silly guy. Surely he won't come alive and try to, you know, ascend the world to the stars, or descend the stars upon the world, or whatever. He'll be fine. What's this? Oh, classic. Okay, here's this guy over here. Interesting. Ah. Yeah, I don't even know where you find the stargazers. I assume you probably find them at night, considering they're gazing at the stars. Anyway, let's repair my ship. Can I be real as someone that had like a couple of drinks earlier today? I don't know how people drive boats drunk. I feel like I would be way too nervous to do that. Like you're telling me that you're like piloting this thing in the ocean and you're like, yeah, look, let's go and get some alcohol in me. Let's go ahead and impair my ability to do things. To be honest though, there were sea monsters in the ocean. I do kind of get that. It's like I don't know how else you're supposed to be brave enough to deal with all that. Okay, yeah, that's where the eye is, or not the eyes, but the whole creature. The whole kit and caboodle. Whatever. Okay, so I freed that guy. So, who's left? Yeah, I'm guessing it's Western Bearing then, is the one that I don't have. Sorry, does that say feral lizardfish? You're a lizard? Yeah, I guess you are. At this point, I don't care no more. Make me crazy. See if I care. I care a lot, but I'm so crazy to the point where now I don't even care. Sorry, I'm thinking about it. That seems evil. You know, the first sign that you're crazy is that you don't think you're crazy. Oh, man. Well, anyway. I hope you don't mind, but I am a bit thirsty. Gonna go grab me a glass of water, so... Until then... I don't know. I leave you with the traveling merchant. Oh yeah, I haven't asked you what this place is yet. I'll do that once I get back. Hello, hello. I'm back officially now. Anyway, talking to the traveling merchant. Hey again, come by for a chat? What is this place? I'm not exactly sure yet, but I have a theory. Have you heard of the legend of the Pale Reach? It's an old sailor's tale. The story goes that when the fog grows thick enough, the ice appears, seemingly out of nowhere. Hours later, sometimes days, it vanishes again without a trace. Back in the olden days, they sent a survey expedition in to investigate. Apparently, it returned with half of the crew either... that's a weird sentence structure. Apparently, it returned with half the crew either from mutiny or madness. Travel on the high seas in those days will do that to you, I guess. Anyway, I'm not sure about this place. It could just be regular old ice. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Oh, we know it's not regular old ice. Which is honestly either a good thing or a bad thing. Either way, cheers. With a little bit of cheer wine. What is that glowing in the distance? Is it the town? Like, I don't know. Either way, I kind of want to investigate it, but I'm busy here. I gotta find the last ice to crack open. Listen, we're all cracking the sailor who's encased in ice for over 1,000 years. Sorry, I don't know. I'm in the kind of headspace where I'm like, maybe it's just me, but I personally really like the idea of like an Elder Tor like loving humanity, but then like inadvertently kind of killing them, you know? Whereas like, what if you had like Cthulhu and like, or like, let's not say Cthulhu. Let's just make up a new name. Zarzathel. So you have like Zarzathel. And Zarzathel is this like ancient being that resides underneath the depths of the ocean, and like every time it comes out, it gets like a cult, and like people start worshiping it, and Zelzathar is like, oh wow, hey, everybody loves me. Oh well, I should go ahead and like go meet other people and go see other people, and just like inadvertently they cause like so much destruction. It's like tragic, man. I feel so bad. Anyway, let's free this guy. A voice calls out, distant and distorted. Trapped forever, this prison. Get me out. Break it somehow. Free me. Who are you? The navigator. Find safe passage. Chart the ice. It came from beyond. Break it somehow. Free me. Well, what happened? The digging, the cracked ice, like a web awoke the ice heart. I told him, whispers in the west, took the boat swaying east, returned alone. The dark figure shudders, sending vibrations through the ice. The next day, rode here, the captain saw the claws grip my soul. He insisted, made camp, shadow of the beast, waiting for the stars in the night. I saw his shape, suddenly swallowed by the cold in the dark. He left me. Break it somehow. Free me. Okay, man. This cold sun, warmth long forgot. No more. Break me. Also, how are we feeling about my voice? Because, like, on one hand, I think it's fun, but on the other hand, I don't know if it's necessarily enjoyable to listen to. You strike hard against the center of the ice, where the shadowy shape appears darkest. A deep crack chases upwards, cleaving away fragments that fall and shatter. Oh, it's a giant narwhal. See, now that's scary. The horn! It's broken. My oh my. Well, I'll be taking that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess the other interesting thing I want to talk about is that, like, I don't know. Personally, I think the idea of, like, an eldritch being that we can't, like, understand is so interesting. Because, like, yeah, what if, like, the cult forms and it's like everyone thinks it's evil, but it's like, no, the giant eldritch monster just wants to be friends with people. It just really wants them to like them, you know? A fragment of a golden splintered horn, discordant buzzing, fills the surrounding air. It yearns for the deep. You and me both, bro. I want to get deep. Like, philosophically, not literally. Literally seems scary. This is the way to go, right? I'm hoping it is. Ooh, it may or may not be. Look at that. Silly music. Oh, don't you do that to me. Alright, I'm going a little crazy. There we go. This is what I wanted to find. under the ice. The glowing light intensifies, feeding into the four stones. A web of light grows between them, connecting, rejoining, uniting. Hey, look at that. How am I gonna fit this though? Do that. And there we go. Oh, I have to install it. Well. Oh yeah, the net can only be on this side. So, I guess just send that to storage. Legally, you have to leave me alone. I'm just a little guy. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. You can't hurt me, giant tentacle monster. Legally, it's my birthday and you're not allowed to hit me. That's not true, but if I say it, then maybe somebody will believe it. Do some selling. Yeah, I wonder what this is used for. Do you know? Well, let's see. Thinking about it. Oh, yeah, maybe go... Yeah. Go where? Do what? Maybe somewhere here? This would feel apropos. Hey, buddy. I know you're hungry. No, my flame of the sky? What is that? Oh, my light. Dickhead. Alright, then. Yeah, hold on, now, yeah. Huh. What am I meant to do with this? Oh! Cast this overboard to create a reusable two-way portal to Blackstone Isle. Huh. It seems like fine or whatever, but like... Yeah, no, huh, what's the point of it? Because, like, I can just do this. I can just teleport myself back to Blackstone Isle. Why do I need a portal? Also, is that it? Is that, like, literally everything? Ooh. That looks cool. Alright. Let's do that. Sorry, I'm kind of just going like, is that it? Is that everything that was on it? Well, yeah, I guess the only thing I have left is I gotta find a stargazer. Just like, I assume they only appear at night. But I gotta find an aberrated one specifically. Oh, you gotta catch it using the trawl net. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, store you. That's alright. Oh yeah, hold on. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's take a look at all the ice. Okay. So there's this guy. Hmm. Ooh. Oh, snap. Well, now I want to find these big guys. Hmm. Okay, you only catch this guy. Okay, alright. There's a legendary fish somewhere around here. Now I gotta find it. Alright, not quite done here yet. I don't know how funny or not funny this is, but ooh, a trophy. Nice. And sell that guy for big money that I can't spend on anything because I already bought everything. I'm gonna be a millionaire. For what reason? For what purpose? I don't know. For the sake of it, I guess. Anyway. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the fact that like because because PlayStation is a great console with no problems at all, but like it'll display my chat, but sometimes it glitches out and it will just like keep showing me the same chat. So I have to keep looking at this fuck ass picture of JD Vance, which like honestly every picture of JD Vance sucks, but it's like I don't know, man. I feel like it's like it's the bald version of him where he's like chubby faced or whatever. It's like frankly, it's like I don't care how quote unquote funny the picture is. I don't like looking at a guy I don't like. I don't know, fucking call me crazy for that one. I don't know, maybe the woke mob or the anti-woke mob will come for my head on this one. Hey, Stargazer. Look at that silly little fuck. But it's like, I don't know, man. I don't like looking at the guy, you know? Just as much as I'm sure his couch doesn't like him looking at it. But it's like, I keep having to see it. Every couple of minutes. It's just there to remind me, like, hey, look at this fucking freak. And I'm like, okay, I'm good though. I don't want to look at him. I frankly don't really get it. Because, like, I feel like either way, even if I like the guy, I don't think I would want to look at him. So it's like, I don't know, man, I think that is an interesting thing to me, at least, is, like, having, like, ironic... I don't know, maybe this is just me. You can have, like, an ironic profile picture. It just needs to still look good. It needs to be something that's, like, easy on the eyes. Because if you have something that's genuinely bad to look at, I don't care how quote-unquote funny it is, it's bad to look at. I don't enjoy looking at it, so why are you making me look at it, man? Frankly, it's fucked up of you to do that to me. Just like, human to human. Ooh, this is a new guy. Sleeper shark. Wow. Gliding through the cold, dark depths, this shark is an excellent stealth predator. Individuals can live in excess of 400 years of age. God damn. I mean, technically I don't have to. I can turn chat off, but then I wouldn't see your fun profile picture. Which honestly, I'm not even sure what it is. Is it like a cat? Or is it like some other kind of animal? Or is it like something else entirely? Either way, it's easy on the eyes. I see that and I go, wow, that's something that doesn't make me, like, want to barf. Amazing. So, now, checking the encyclopedia. Okay. So yeah, now I just gotta find the messed up version of that guy. Oh. Well, yeah, I think that's neat. Yeah, what about this guy? Where do you find this guy? One of the few vertebrates with transparent blood. Is that even possible? Can you have transparent blood? I mean, I guess anything's possible, but it just feels so baffling to me. To be fair, the name is funny. It took me until now to look at the name and realize the name is Just Killed the Pope Vance. Which, like, honestly, can I be real? Whether intentionally or unintentionally, I don't give a fuck if you kill the Pope. Like, who cares? You know? It's like, is the Pope a good guy? Not really. I mean, he's the Pope. Does he deserve to be killed? Nah, I don't think so, you know? But, like, either way, irregardless, I don't really care. If you came up to me and you were like, hey, I killed the Pope, I'd be like, cool, I don't care. Good for you, I guess, but it's not really any of my business. As far as I see it. Yeah, there we go. Look at that silly guy. So yeah, what's all these then? That's these guys. Alright. Oh, a little bit of madness. Look at this silly little guy. Look at him. Jump. Also, I feel like he's got to make a scarier noise, right? Like, I feel like anything that's like gradually chasing you and catching up to you, pretty scary, right? But then, if it just makes like a cute little noise like this guy, well, it's not very scary now, is it? See? Look at him. Try to find me, little guy. You can't catch me. I'm too fast, too furious, too slick, too smooth. Okay. Let's go here. Let's sell everything that's not the guy that I need.
Oh.
Yeah. That would definitely be more frightening. What are these guys? Oh, yeah. Alright, let's go find the hooded man. Let's see what book he's gonna give me. That guy's fresh. You're also fresh, but I think you're older. The figure places the body of the stargazer in the center of the crust sea stars. They angle its cratered eye to the sky, attention still fixed on the gruesome pile of fish. In front of it, the hooded figure gestures to a book on a nearby rock near payment. As you leave, the figure is still focused on the grim fish, adjusting his position, waiting, adjusting, over and over. Alright. Book of Astral Symbols. Huh. That might be a good read. Maybe there's where the secret fish would be? I don't know. Hey, colossal squid from the black depths. Nice. Anyway, sorry about this. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just checking my achievements. The only things I'm missing are catching all kinds of fish, catching all the aberrations, and then having 5 blocks of ice on my ship at once. That's it, so gotta look out for that. I am tired though. Damn it. Can't believe I did that. Hey! Pale Grasper. What a cool looking guy. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think that's like the leading theory, isn't it? That like, you know, the idea of like krakens and other creatures of that sort, it is explained by just animals and other things that we didn't understand, right? Like, I don't know, if anything, I think the more interesting way of like interpreting that is not that like, oh hey, every sea monster is actually just a regular sea creature or marine animal that we just didn't know or understand at the time. I think just because there are marine animals that we can understand and know now doesn't mean that like there aren't like horrors of the depth just out of sight. Because like, I don't, isn't it something crazy like more than like 80% of the ocean is unexplored, which is like wild to me. Anyway, hands of ice reach upward, a sharp hoarfrost glooming across whatever they touch. Cool. Alright. Feed the guy. Look at him, he's a cutie. Alright, see you later, buddy. Ah, missed my chance to get something rare. Oh well. So yeah, if you want, like, all the rare aberrations, best to go at night. Doesn't mean that you always find the rare aberrations at night, just mostly. Yeah, there we go. there's stars and then there are fish. That's always like a thing you hear. You hear that like, oh, what if the universe is like a little marble, or what if the universe is like a tiny thing? What if our universe is like an ocean? Ooh, that's interesting. Well, what if like our whole universe is like an ocean, and it's like, oh, dude, could you imagine going to the surface, reaching out of our like known universe, and going into like the realm of the land or whatever? Oh, that'd be neat. Alright, honestly, I'm gonna give it one more night, see if I can find the couple of fish that I'm missing. And if I can't find them, I'm heading on over to the big rig, or whatever it is. Honestly, yeah, what's it called? The iron rig, that's it. Yeah, hold on, where do I find this last fish? The wolf fish. Oh, maybe I ought to use bait. Do I even have any bait? I'd probably buy some from, Alright, yep. They'll show me for looking at my phone while boating. Never text and drive, folks. Mixed results. Ah. Oh ho ho, nice. Damn, dude. Pretty nuts. Dude, mixed bait is the way to go. Alright. Okay, I gotta get the fuck out of the open waters. It's no good for me here. The madness, the panic, it's getting to me. losing my little damn mind. Oh no. Oh, come on, man. Here we go. Yeah, got this guy. Nice. I've caught all the fish now. It's lovely, man. Absolutely lovely. Well, let's go sell all these guys and then skedaddle. I think I still need like 2. Whoa! Dude, is that Moby Dick? Oh my god. I love your book, man. I love how you're like just a whale, nothing else. Definitely not like a representation of Ahab's father or nothing. Just an ordinary whale. Fuck off, bird. No! Not my wolffish! Asshole! Fuck that bird, man. Nah, it's fine. I'm only incredibly upset about it. Alright. Let's see, yeah, while I'm going mad and crazy and raving and ranting, rambling, see if I can't find the stone. Yes! Fuck. Fuck. Yeah, there we go. Finally found this guy. What a cool looking character. Stone skin of this ray is molded around a black crystal shard. The rock fragments articulate and grind together. Well, good. Anyway, speaking of the shard, the stone trembles before you. Unknown symbols glow from within. The town of Greater Marrow burns. The lighthouse lies collapsed, its light extinguished. A red glow fills the sky behind a cyclone that drains the world. Cool. I do want to find all those at some point. Hey! What'd that do? Let's see. Oh, wait, no. Gotta go here. Ah, 4% chance to catch aberrations. Nice. You'll love to see it. Let's go here, sell my fish, sleep off all this madness or whatever, and then let's head to the Iron Rig. Yeah, so that's a plus 3%, and that's plus 2.5%. Okay. What about you? 1.5% and 5%. Alright. Sleepy time for me. Perhaps both in-game and in reality. That is kind of cool. You do bring up a very fair point with that. Like, I don't know, how much information have we lost over the years? Well, what are things we might have known or might have observed? Oh, nice. Look at that guy. Crazy looking guy. Oh! Hold on a mere moment. Take me on that and make haste while we're at it. Talk to you, man. Do you have any new colors now that I have the DLC? You do not. Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, see you, man. Yeah, hold on, I'm kind of curious. How many aberrations am I missing? It's like, yeah, aberrations. So, yeah. Okay, I'm missing the flounder aberration. Oh, interesting. It seems like there's a whole bunch around this area that I haven't caught. They're probably like night fish. Yeah, let's just quickly go through and see how many there are. There's so many, man. There's a lot of fish. It's a lot. Alright, well, off to the iron rig. Well, that was fucking crazy. Holy shit. Also, I know that guy. I know that fish. He's from the end. Oh, that's the iron rig. I was wondering what that, like, giant thing of lights was. It's the iron rig. It's all coming together. Catch me one of these guys. And what's this? What's that red stuff down there? Damn. Well, here I am. You dock at a small metal wharf. 4 giant legs stretch down into the deep, lifting a mountain of metal into the sky. Oh yeah, I don't need this anymore, so store that. Yeah, where's the area I just was at? Oh, look at that. Congealed rat tail. What a funny looking guy. An elevator connecting the docking area to the main platform lies ahead. A man waits nearby, a yellow hard hat strapped to a concerned expression. What do you want? What is this place? Haven't you heard? This is the Iron Havens Corporation's new drilling rig, or it would be if we were on schedule. Right now it's just a platform. Boss is gonna dark our pay for sure if he shows up and the drill hasn't even started. We got the foundational stuff laid, but we've been running into some supply issues. He glances nervously at the water, large waves rolling underneath the shadow of the platform. The ship's delivery crate materials keep going missing, and HQ said they're not able to dispatch any more for a few weeks. Look, I wouldn't normally ask a civilian for help, but we're already so far behind. Why don't I mark the last known coordinates of those ships on your map? If you're able to find any of those crates, I'm sure the Corp would let you use our facilities once we get the generator wired up, that is. Okay. Well, I got one for you. That's all for now. Let me rest. Alright, there's another one this way yonder. What kind of fish are these? Okay, I know about those guys. Dude, the idea of a sunken ship is like so cool to me. Like, is there something so like horrifying yet like deeply ironic and poetic about it? It's like the very thing that was meant to keep you out of the ocean eventually is claimed by it. That ought to be enough to get the generator going. I'll get those materials sent up to the main platform. Whoa. So, that should be in working order, but I've just checked the storeroom and it looks like we never got any fuel deliveries. Did find this though. You can use it to patch things up in a pinch. Keep it. It's the least I can do in return for your help. Oh, that's nice. Well, I'll go and figure out the fuel situation. Why don't you introduce yourself to the head scientist? He's always interested to hear about the local fish species. You approach an old man pacing back and forth near a cordoned-off area on the main platform. He's muttering to himself quietly. Who are you? The angler turned courier. Isn't that right? The workers were talking about you. All good things, I promise. Say, you must know a great deal about the fish species around here, yes? What have you encountered in these waters? What do you want to know? He looks offended. You may have certain preconceived notions about the Iron Havens Corporation's modus operandi, but I assure you, everything we do is with the good of the greater ecosystem in mind. Before we get into all that, though, it seems my laboratory is also a victim of a missing supply shipment. Alright, man. Oh, we've got enough material for the science lab now, too. We'll get to work. Yeah, should be enough space for your tubes and fluids, eh? Yes, more than sufficient for my needs. Thank you. Both of you. Fisherman, considering you're not on the Corp's payroll, why don't you take this? Small token of my appreciation. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if there's like stuff that can help with your madness. Foreman turns to you. I think we have a solution for our fuel problem. Come see me at the generator. I'll give you the rundown. How long have you worked for the Iron Haven Corporation? My whole professional career has been dedicated to scientific research at the corporation, so that's, well, north of half a century now. Our current executive's father hired me when I was fresh out of college. Must have seen something in me all those years ago. So, turns out the fuel never got dispatched from Iron Haven at all. It was on the radio HQ. Apparently this is a biofuel generator, some new tech that the Corp wanted to trial out here, and they expected us to supply it ourselves. Thing is, they didn't think to outfit us with any gear for harvesting biomass, and the fleet services construction is way down the project list. Think you could help us out again? You can add fish or most other biological material, I suppose, to the hopper here. Once it's filled, we ought to be able to start the drill. Alright, sure. Do I have to fully fill it up? Guess I do. Oh, wait. I have a bunch of stuff in my net. Forgot about that. Won't hold anymore. Fire it up. The crushing compactor clunks to life. The sound of pneumatic pistons and strained squelching soon gives way to the stuttering sound of distant gears. Haha! We've done it! A large capsule drops down from a shuttle labeled Waste. Through its clear walls, you can see remnants of the fish you deposited. Well, you'd probably be able to use that for chum, right? It's yours if you want it. Aberrated bait. Ooh, nice. Now we can finally get this drill started. All clear. Initiating drill deployment in 3, 2, 1. The drill descends. The scientist walks over, gripping handrails to counteract the shock waves from the drill. We've broken through. We're underway at last. And what about the huge crack that opened up? Is the reservoir stable? Admittedly, the fissure is larger than my model suggested, but appears to have stabilized. We should consider halting the drilling for now. Also, we would be remiss in our duties to the local population if we didn't survey the area and gather some data. In that vein, fishermen, I have something for you. The factory has recently become operational, allowing us to manufacture equipment infused with the corporation's latest breakthroughs. This is a new design. Ooh, interesting. Well, guess we're putting it there. Using that rod, need to collect specimen samples from the marrows, just to check that the fish species are unaffected by our operation here. Okay. A helmeted figure emerges from the shadows by a building site. He lifts his visor. Place isn't built yet. He gestures to a pile of materials behind him. We're short on materials. Once they arrive, we can start working. That's all we need. We can get the foundry built now. Good to go. Basic materials can be worked here. Ah. When the tech lab is operational, we'll be able to work on projects of a more technical nature. I have plans for an interchangeable module system. You'll see. I'll show you when we're set up, but one more lot of materials, then we'll be able to upgrade some of your boat's basic functions. Oh, that's neat. How's it going out there? What's the purpose of this rig? Well, I can't go into specifics, you understand, but the purpose of this platform is to test a crucial hypothesis that I've been working towards for years. My hypothesis proves correct. It'll yield a significant asset for the corporation's business diversification strategy. Are you going to stop the drill? Ah, yes. I believe the drill's already stopped operating. Foreman should be making preparations to withdraw it from the seabed. It's not something you can just yank out, apparently. The drill team will take their time to try and ensure minimal disturbance. Alright. I really like the music that's here. Yeah, okay. my, oh my. Ah. Damn. Hey. Fisherman, what is it? You look a touch troubled. Is the fog starting to get to you? Completely normal around here. Nothing to worry about. With a good night's rest, you'll be right as rain by morning. Alright. Let's sleep a little longer. Okay. So here, here, and here. I know there's at least one more kind of fish. Ooh. That's interesting. don't know how I feel about all this booze. Okay, I already got that guy. Sleep a little bit. Yeah. Hey, fisherman. Thanks again for your help filling that generator. I've reported our new operational status to HQ. In fact, they've given me a budget to compensate you for any additional biomass you bring in. See me at the generator and I'll pay you. Oh, this guy's an aberration. Okay, I see. Oh, I think I gotta get that guy via crab pot. Alright. Well, just leave you there. Alright. Figure emerges from the lower decks and beckons you over into the shadows. You're going to be hanging around. Maybe we can do business. Come see me at the undermarket below. Alright. Some advice while you're on court property. Don't go poking around.
Huh.
Everything appears to be in order. Get the team on it. At last. I'm excited for you to try some of these out. This wing is for the enhancement of boat functions, lights, horn, and spyglass. Oh, you need research parts. Okay. Well. Let's go to the undermarket, though. And some items you might be interested in. Don't ask where they came from. Better off not knowing. Can make some basic repairs too, but it'll cost you. Alright. Seems like you got a lot of stuff here, man. Alright. Now, let's see here. Oh yeah. Check storage. don't have any crab pots on hand, but I do have some over by where I'll need them. Yeah, you know what? Oh no, I have no crab pots here. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I need an upgraded oceanic rod in order to catch that guy.
Ah.
All right. Bigwigs don't bother with the lower decks, and the folks down here, why would they mingle with people like us? I'm not complaining.
Ah.
Hey, look at that. Enhanced abilities. Scientist looks taken aback. He consults some papers on his desk, then leafs through an old encyclopedia. This is remarkable. Some of these species, have you caught these before? They haven't been seen outside the fossil record since, well, ever. I suppose it could make sense. The fissure opening caused some kind of disturbance in the deep, possibly spooking some of these fish up the water column. I'll run some tests on these. The scientist is interrupted by the foreman outside, shouting through his megaphone again. The foreman bellows an order. Engage reverse gear. Get that drill out there. Out of there. Ho ho ho. Ah, hell. That's enough. Drill's clear. I repeat, drill's clear. Shut it down. As I was saying, I'll run some quick tests on these specimens. Though from the sounds of things, you may have some additional samples to gather. Seems the reservoir is more unstable than we anticipated. Even with the drill removed, it appears the fissure is continuing to expand. Fortunately, there have been reports of some contaminants leaking from the fissure in isolated pockets. There was always a chance that this might happen. The engineer at the factory has been working on a system to siphon such contaminants from the water. I'd very much like a canister of it. I've been trying to keep a record of where all that dark liquid has been showing up. Come see me if you need pointing to any contamination patches. Alright. A woman stood just inside the doorway, sketching a design in her notebook. Hey there, welcome to the factory. I'm the lead engineer here. Ah, because of your help getting things running, I'm permitted to improve your equipment with our tech. Okay, I don't have a dark canister yet. Hold on a second. Well, you know what? Frankly, as interesting as this is, as much as I'm enjoying this DLC, I'm gonna hit the hay because I am dead tired, man. Both in real life and in the game. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Or I guess technically later today. Peace out. Don't. Don't go dredging where you don't belong.